guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is the requested poison ivy look. Most time consuming part of this look is cutting the leaves and getting them to be even on each side with even color, unless you get leaves that are just all one color. I've done this look before a few years back. I'll post the picture right in here so you can see. And I used like a real wig, like a quality wig from a wig store that was more of like a really deep auburn. And I actually layered two wigs doing a technique I learned from Candy Johnson like 7 years ago. I will link her video down below because she's awesome. I decided to kind of do my own take on the makeup because in the makeup she has pretty orange eyes and then like a peachy lip with some pink or some gold in the middle, and I just thought it would be fun to switch it up and kind of do a green inspired look. So I have some green glitter on and green lips. I decided to do an orange contour, heavy contour too, in place of blush. Just because I noticed in the movie, I'll put some reference pictures here, that when she turns to the side, when it was Uma Thurman anyway, that she had an orange contour. Don't mind my hand. So basically what I did is I took the character from Uma Thurman and I kind of morphed it with some of the comic book characters that show her having more green makeup on. This cheap ass wig I am not a huge fan of. I cut it down the middle and did some little horn things up top here like she has. Candy Johnson has an amazing tutorial where she used two different wigs. That's what I did 7 years ago, and she wraps some in tin foil, except that can be expensive. So I just got this wig, which has this big poof thing in it, and I didn't like it. So I just cut it off the back and cut the poofy part down the middle and then wrapped the bang pieces around the poofy part to give me the horns, which actually kind of worked. So everything I talk about will be linked below for you guys, so let's just jump right into it. Hey guys, so I am in a tube top. I'm not naked, but I didn't want to buy a costume because this is not what I'm going to be for Halloween, so I didn't have anything green, so this will have to do. I'm going to start by priming my eyes. I'm using Lime Crime's Shadow Brightener and just blend that in with any kind of brush because we really want these green shadows to pop. Just like in the last tutorial, we are going to use this washable glue stick to cover up our eyebrows, so when we put the spirit gum over the top, it won't rip out our hair. We're going to apply 2 coats and allow it to dry in between before you go on with the next coat. Now we're going to lay down some peach smoothie or whatever is closest to your own skin tone, and we're going to work that up in the transition color and actually bring it all the way up to the brow bone because we are going to be covering up our eyebrows with some leaves, so we want this to be full with color. Next, I'm going to start laying down some green for the transition. So I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek's Sure Thing. You can use any kind of minty green, blue eyeshadow, and this will work on my MAC 224. Now I'm going to pick up some Sugar Pills Acid Berry on my MAC 217, and I'm going to work that into the crease, just trying to lay down some more vibrant green color. Then I'm going to go back through with my MAC 224 with nothing on it, and I'm going to blend that line. Just keep going back and blending it. Then I'm going to go through with one of my favorite palettes, the Urban Decay Electric palette. I'm going to pick up this Freak color on my MAC 217 and work that into the crease again. I just want to layer these greens for dimension. Next, I'm going to take one of my current obsessions, which are these OCC. This is the Pure Pigment in Turquoise, and I'm going to use that on my MAC 219 pencil brush, and I'm going to use that to draw on in the crease of my eye and right above. I know this looks weird, but for people with hooded eyes, make sure your eye is completely open and that you draw that line a little higher than the arch, just so you can see that color. Then I'm going to go in with my IT Cosmetics brush in 105 and just really work that back and forth to blend it out. Next, I'm going to take Sugar Pills Midori right here, and I'm going to pack it on the outside and inside corners of my eyes. Then, of course, we're going to go back through with any little detail brush you want. This is a Morphe brush, and I'm going to go on the crease and just blend back and forth. Next, I'm going to go on with my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and kind of do a little pyramid on the middle of my eye there. And then I'm going to take my Sigma P86. It's a pointed little brush, and I'm just going to blend that in because we're going to put a shadow on top and we want it to be vibrant. Next, I'm going to go back into the Urban Decay Electric palette, and I'm going to take this Thrash color, and I'm going to take that on my MAC 242, and I'm going to pack that all over where we just put that white to kind of make it pop a little more. Next, I'm going to take my Too Faced glitter glue and I'm going to put that over where we just put that thrash color. And then I'm going to go through with this neon yellow glitter I have from NYX from like 8 million years ago. And I'm just going to use my MAC 242 and pack that all over the top there. And then because you can never blend too much, I went back through with my 105 It Cosmetics brush and blended that line again. I like to roll up a piece of Scotch tape and just take off the glitter fallout from my cheeks. All of my base has already been laid down, so now I'm just going to go on with my foundation. I'm using MAC Face and Body in N2, and I'm going to put in a few pumps of this Krylon Shimmering Skin Foundation in Silver. Mix it up really well, and just with a flat top foundation brush, or a flat foundation brush, I mean from It Cosmetics, I'm going to paint this all over my face and then blend it in with a damp beauty blender. The Krylon foundation is just going to make it really kind of pearlescent and kind of give me some shimmer. Just like I do for the rest of my makeup, I'm going to color correct with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard, blend it out with a beauty blender, and then I'm going to highlight with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer and just blend that out with a beauty blender as well. You can see here where we went over with the glue stick that the makeup is going to kind of cling to it, but that's perfectly okay because we're going to cover it up. I'm going to pick up some of my La Mer the powder on my beauty blender and I'm going to bake underneath my eyes. Just kind of cake that on a little heavy for now while I finish my makeup. I'm going to contour with Flame Point by Sugar Pill on my MAC 168 brush and just take that in the hollows of my cheek, just where you would normally put down your contour. Now it's time for the eyebrows. For these, I bought these bundle of leaves at Michael's Craft Store, and I'm going to cut them off right at the base. You don't want to leave any of that little plasticky base part of them, the stem, and you're just going to cut them into pieces. However you want to do it, but you're just going to cut them up into small pieces because you're going to want to layer them in sections. Line them up with your eye, then you're going to lay down some spirit gum and you're going to tap it until it gets tacky. When your finger starts sticking to it, that's when you know it's time that it's good, and you're just going to lay them down. You want to put a little glue below your eyebrow and then on top and just keep tapping it and layer them like that. Just line up the pieces and keep going. You want to do the tallest pieces in the front and some shorter pieces in the back, just kind of like how your eyebrows are. Thicker up front and then they kind of trail off to be thinner pieces. So just do this over and over until you get your desired effect. I had a bunch of pieces down, but I lost the rest of that footage, so sorry about that, guys. This is the most time-consuming part of this makeup and can be frustrating. Just make sure that the bottom part that's facing your eyebrows is flat or arched to mimic the shape of your eyebrows, so it just looks like you have leaves for eyebrows. If you don't tap the spirit gum until it gets tacky, they won't stick. And if the leaves are having a hard time sticking, try applying some on the back of the leaves as well and tap it till it gets tacky, then apply them. You can also layer it over the existing leaves and tap that so they layer nicely. Try to only use one finger to tap the glue to get it tacky because your finger will get nasty. Mine looked like I stuck it up a mommy's butt or something. And ta-da! All done. In the movie, Uma Thurman had this kind of like elongated contour down from her leaves, down the bridge of her nose. So that's what I'm going to do with orange. This is actually Flame Point from the Sugar Pill. I got this wig from the Spirit store and it was kind of marketed as a poison ivy. I'm going to brush it from the bottom because that's always the way that you should brush wigs, always from the bottom and work your way up. I did not like this wig at all though. As soon as I put it on, I thought it looked like crap, so I took it off so I could change it a little. I did not like that big bouffant thing in the front. I'm going to take that NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and I'm going to draw upside down white triangles underneath my iris of my eye there, just so I can go over and really make the green that I'm going to put on there pop. Then I'm going to blend them out with that same Sigma brush that we used on top. I'm going to go back in with the same colors as above from the Urban Decay palette. I'm going to take Freak and I'm going to layer that over the white, and then I'm going to take Thrash and I'm going to layer that over top too, just to make it really vibrant and make it pop. I'm using that on a pencil brush as well. I wanted a highlight that reflected either orange or green, so I went in with my Makeup Forever Star Powder in 940, which reflects orange, and I packed that on pretty heavy and down a little further than I normally do. Then just taking any fluffy brush, I'm going to try to blend out that orange contour I put on my nose a little bit more. Now it's time for all my mascaras and my tight lining. I'm going to tight line my eyes with my Makeup Geek Immortal Gel Eyeliner and my silicone tipped brush. Then I'm going to go on the bottom lashes with my Blank Eyelash Primer in black, and then I'm going to coat those with my MAC Giga Black mascara. And then on the top, I always like to use my Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill mascara. I really wasn't satisfied with the contour, so I went on with another one of the OCC Pure Pigments. This one is in Rust, which is my favorite, on that same MAC 168 brush, and really just deepened that up and then blended it in with some random Sigma brush. I don't even know what it is. Now it's time for eyelashes. I've been obsessed with using these Cocoa Goddess lashes lately. They are very dramatic and perfect for this kind of look. I decided to go with a green lip, so I'm going to line my lips with MAC's eye pencil and Minted, and then I'm going to fill in my lips with Lime Crime's Serpentina lipstick. I then decided to go in with a little bit of OCC's pigment in Flicker, which is a gold color, and really just pack that on the middle of my lips and in my Cupid's bow there to give it a little dimension. I love the mixture of green and gold together. So after I blend all of this in, this is when I start going in and tacking the wig I had, because I really did not like the way it was sitting. So I cut off the back of it, or that top little poofy part, and I wrapped some of the hair up and then took some bobby pins and pinned it down and then cut off some of that extra because I just was not liking it. Okay guys, and so that is it for this look. If I were you guys, I would definitely get a different wig. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section down below. I have a peacock coming for you guys, a wearable makeup look for work, and I also am going to do a look that my third cousin actually asked me to do. So I will have those coming up as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.